Hey guys, welcome back to the Dormant Colin channel. I'm here to let you know that this is the video that you should be watching if you're interested in partaking in the Infinity demos. This kind of does a quick overview of 3 of the demo armies. We might have another video that might show 1 or 3 more demo armies that we might have available when we're doing Infinity demos. So this is the video to check out. For those of you guys who don't know, we're going to be trying to do a demonstration at Sci-Fi Genre probably sometime in October or November, but we're also doing it at Southern Front, which is the 23rd through the 25th here in Raleigh. Information will be in the doobly-doo area down below, the description area. And also, for those of you guys who can meet us up at Area 51 in Dallas, Texas on September 9th, we'll be doing it there as well. And these are the armies that I have available. There are 3 of them, and I'm going to let it just, the listings, or the... And now I'm going to let the armies speak for themselves. All this footage was taken right before a bat rep for Infinity, and yeah, thank you very much, Ian, for helping out with all the descriptive areas. I have added a couple of photographs that I took for some of the images, because some of the video that we took was a little bit too dark to really see the models very well. So hopefully everything will turn out. And again, take it away, Infinity demo armies. Okay guys, this is the Japanese sectorial army that we'll be using for the demos. We're going to show you what this is now, so if you happen to be able to come out to Southern Front, or you come by Sci-Fi Genre, if and when we can do a demo, you will have a leg up on knowing what the armies are, so that you can jump into a demo very quickly. Japanese sectorial army. You have 3 Keisatsus. Each one is armed with a combi rifle, pistol, and a knife. We will go into more detail about what these do as we are showing the demo of the game. We have the Kenpai, which is this guy on the far end. One thing that's very key about this guy is that he does have chain of command as an ability. So, while in the demo list we kind of have it set up so that the Domoro Butai will be your lieutenant. Should the Domoro Butai die, he bites it, Competai's got his back, he's just like, hold on guys, I got this. Exactly. So we got commentary coming in from Ian, who is a fantastic local Infinity player, got me into the game. I'm alright. Oh yeah. He's also very humble. Anyways, but this guy is not really designed to take a whole lot of punishment. That is what the Domoro Butai is for. He is the heavy infantry of the JSA demo list that we have here. One of your 2, actually. Oh, that's right, because the Haramaki waiting in the wings. So these 2 guys right here are the 2 heavy infantry. The Domoro Butai is effectively the lieutenant. He has a chain rifle, EM grenades, pistol, and an EM close combat weapon. This makes him very good against mech stuff, but it also makes him very potent with the chain rifle in close proximity of opponents. You'll be using the large template. Just for size reference, small template. Here's your small template.
They rely heavily on Shigenju to stay at home, and they
here's your big template. Yeah, so basically it's massive. Yeah. And what's nice is that no matter what happens with your opponent firing back at you during their ARO or automatic response order, they get hit with the chain rifle. Always happens. It's a bullet hose. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Did a lot of damage with them when I first played this game. The last guy let's also talk about the Haramaki. He has a Blitzen and a Contender. Ian, can you go into any details about these 2 weapons? Yeah, so the Contender it's kind of similar to a normal rifle. It's the Contender in the fluff. It's basically like a souped up like hunting rifle. So your Haramaki basically goes out with an elephant gun just to take on normal infantry people. He's also like a pretty awesome heavy samurai on his own. He's got a close combat weapon, martial arts level 3, so he can tear things up in close combat. And the Blitzen is basically a 2-shot disposable EM launcher. So like the grenades and the sword on your Domaru, the Haramaki's got the same thing but in like rocket form.
They're all samurai.
The
It's
other,
pretty nice.
yeah, the other thing that is very nice about this is that the Haramaki has an AP close combat weapon, which means if you're going up against other heavy infantry, they don't get their armor to be added to their saving throw.
Not as much armor. They get half of it.
Ditch some people.
The last guy on the list, the Oniwaban, which is actually this last guy right here. So if I had said that wrong, these are the
Yep. Those are your Keisatsu.
Keisatsu.
Guy in the end is your Oniwaban.
And
Oniwaban.
the thing is, there's
Amazing.
So much.
This is the guy that kind of stands out in this army as like the JSA thing. He's got TO camouflage, which makes him effectively invisible, and you can't fire at him unless you detect him.
Basically, he can just be wherever he wants to be on the board. You won't even get a chance to shoot at him until he walks out and does something.
And that's because he has superior infiltration. We'll go through that as well. He also has martial arts level 4, which means basically he's striking before anyone else in close combat. Add to that the fact that he has a monofilament close combat weapon, which means people die when he swings his weapon.
It's basically a lightsaber. A lot of people call him Oniwaban Kenobi for that reason.
And
Bad joke, I know.
This is your JSA army. We're going to be bringing up in the next one, which will be the Aleph. Now starting your Aleph team. And with this, you'll notice that there's much fewer guys.
You have fewer people, but they're all badasses.
So even though you're starting off with fewer guys in the Aleph army, guess what? They are all awesome. Every single one. The Aleph army includes the Sophatech, which is an Aleph doctor. Basically,
She's also an Aleph engineer. She's kind of your all-in-one like tactical package. She's pretty cool. She can heal up your models. She can doctor up your remotes. Generally awesome. Add on to the fact she's got very high willpower, so she can do this very reliably. And she's an awesome Aleph model in a super awesome reinforced cybernetic body, so she's got no wound incapacitation, which means she stays alive after she takes the first bullet.
nice. The next four guys are all Myrmidons. One of them's the lieutenant. Which one? Depends how you want to play this game.
You're gonna have to guess.
Don't know. My guess is as good as yours. So the lieutenant is hidden in this army incredibly well. All the Myrmidons basically are coming with combi rifle, nanopulsar, and smoke grenades. Although we do have one with 0V smoke grenades as well. As well, again, as AP close combat weapons. Again, they're hitting someone, you're reducing the armor of that person. So you're going to want these guys to rush up and take out the heavy infantry first, and then deal with the other people secondarily, if you have that option available to you.
Nah, it's pretty cool, just because this list, it can start off fairly slow, but once the Myrmidons get their kills and start getting those impetuous orders from Frenzy, the entire army is out for blood, and they can basically just gang up on people with their AP swords and go to town on them.
Ian, please tell the fans exactly what about the Myrmidons though makes them so hard to hit.
Oh man, so Myrmidons are cool because they have a rule called ODD. ODD stands for Optical Disruption Device. So basically, whenever you're looking at a Myrmidon through your scope, he's got a little field of nanobots swarming around him that'll make him like appear like 3 feet to the left or look like your mother. Crazy stuff like that makes him more difficult to shoot. All of the Myrmidons have that.
So basically, everyone who's firing at the Myrmidons, even though, again, much smaller army, much more potent per individual model. And this is your left lineup for right now. Next thing we're going to talk about is the Hakislam. Next up is Hakislam, and here to talk about every single thing about the Hakislam is Ian. Make it happen, man.
Alright, so Hakislam. Let me go ahead and make sure everyone's in the view here. Yeah, that looks nice.
Much larger army than the Aleph.
You notice that. That's because Hakislam, more of a light infantry feel than some of the other factions. You notice with JSA, you had the Haramaki, you had the Domaru. Those were both heavy infantry guys. Everything in this army right here is light or maybe medium infantry. So they're all sort of much more... They're individually maybe a little more fragile than some of the JSA stuff, but they pack a lot of punch to make up for that. So starting out here on your left-hand side, you have 4 Ghulams. Ghulams are the basic line infantry of your Hakislam. The pink-haired girl is your doctor. She's cool because she can heal your other guys when they get shot. That's the only... kind of like the Sophatech over in the Aleph. So, Gulam Doctor, then you have 3 other Gulams with rifles and pistols and knives. General line infantry, good for orders. And guess what? One of those is probably the lieutenant.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to figure it out.
Creating order should stay in.
Moving on, next we have the Lasik with a viral sniper rifle. Lasiks are an awesome unit. They're part of the assassins in Hak-Islam. And she's got a viral sniper rifle, which means she basically shoots you with nano diseases from a rifle. Those awesome high heel combat boots she's wearing, give her climbing plus so she can hang out on walls and shoot you just like hanging off like Spider-Man with a gun. It's pretty nice. And then on the end here, we have the awesome tag team that is the Jambazan HMG and the Muyib. The Jambazan is basic medium infantry. He's a little heavier armored than some of the other guys. He's got a heavy machine gun to kill people with. Cool thing about the Jambazan, he's got some awesome abilities, namely regeneration, which means if he gets shot, he can pass a fizz roll and recover the wound that he lost just by spending an order on him to do that. And he's also got multispectral visor level 2, which lets him see through 0 visibility zones and ignore the modifier for things like ODD, camo, mimetism, all that fun stuff. He just doesn't care about it because he's got special eyes. The guy next to him is the Muyib. Muyib is kind of a basic infantry specialist. He's got a little better loadout in terms of stuff than the Gulams because he's got a grenade launcher attached to his rifle, which has both normal and smoke ammunition. So what he can do, the reason I call the Jambazan and the Muyib a tag team is your Muyib can use his grenade launcher to shoot smoke out all over the battlefield, cover it in these smoke templates. Those are these big circle templates. So it just sort of lays on the ground. Anything inside that area, drawing line of fire across that area, if they don't have some ability that lets them see or shoot through the 0 viz zone, they can't shoot. The Jambazan has that. So what you do is you get your Muyib boy, he's going to shoot all the smoke up for you, and then your Jambazan's going to come behind and shoot through the smoke at people and kill them before they have the chance to react. It's a pretty nice synergy army, and that's your Hak-Islam.